Hello hackers, welcome back to the rest series. I did stop the previous video just to cut short the length of the video because it was nearly 30 minutes, and nobody likes programming videos if it goes very lengthy. So let's continue the password validator here, and we just opened our project in the VS Code, and now we have to define a user defined function. For that you have to use the fn keyword and the name of the function, and just give password underscore validator. See, it is suggesting some options. These options are done by the Codium validator stuff. Or let me try with the same thing that is suggested, that a string literal or string slice or string literal option of this one. And here actually we have to return a string, not a boolean function operator. So what we have to do is we are accepting a password from the user, and we are checking the password, the length and the complexity of the password. For that, it is saying that if the length is less than 8 or something, it says something, but we will do it in a different way. Actually, I have done this on my previous video. Not previous video means I did a video before, and I deleted the video from my channel because it was very lengthy, and some people suggested me, because it is REST, you should be doing everything to the max of don't increase the length more than 30 minutes or something. I'm trying to keep that, so for that I just deleted the video and I re-recorded everything. This project I already did, so, and all the concept that we are going to do in this project is whatever we learned from the previous video, basics video. So if you are not following anything on this video, please follow the basics first, and then it will be easy for you to do whatever we are doing it here. It's easy for you to follow this. So here what we are going to do is we are just basically checking the password has. So let check lowercase. See that A is suggesting us. Let me maximize this function. By default, what it's doing is iterating over the. We have done this one in the previous video. Is iterating over the functions, and it is saying some filter blah blah. But I'm not going to use this one. Instead of that, what I'm going to do is, okay, let maybe has lowercase will be more good. So it's going to iterate over, and inside after iterating we are going to use a function called any. And inside the any we are trying to, this is the one we are going to do. We are iterating over the characters, and there's another function called any, and that is accepting closure, and this closure is nothing but each character from the string, and it is checking whether the character has the data type has a function called is lowercase. We are making use of that to check there is any lowercase letter inside the password. And now we need uppercase, so it is, now we know what should be done. It's uppercase, so it should be uppercase here. It is doing uppercase, and let has digit. See A is now started suggesting our options. This is correct, because here the difference is that there's a function called isDigit, and isDigit is accepting the type of number, whether it's going to be 10 based or 8 based or 16 based. So we need our keyboard is going to supply the 10 base numbers, normal 1 2 3. So we have to use this function, and let has special characters. Just tab special characters. I'm not sure alphanumeric is going to cover everything. Let me search here. See, it is going to cover, or not this one. We need the alpha. We don't need the alphanumeric. Instead, we need to iterate and just ensure that the supplied special characters according to our need. So what we can do is, inside the any, what we do, instead of checking this alphanumeric, we can supply our own characters as a string or literal here. So just say these 1 2 3 4 5 6 and like the special characters for this one, and add underscore plus or minus whatever it is here you want. You can add update this one. Oh yeah, this one is really smart. So this is a function we need. So whenever it's iterating, this character is checking against this string literal, and if it contains any of this string literal, any of these characters, is going to return true. That's the thing that we need. So the next thing we need, so it's, of course, is our function length of the function password dot length. See, it should be greater than, just say 12 here, just for the sake of testing. And if it has this, and I'm checking the positive test case here, or not, or in fact I need, and here it should have everything, then only we can say our password is wrong. And this and this is not the or, actually we need everything. So see, it should be this one, and say return strong to string. Yeah, this is another thing. When as I mentioned in the previous video, when you are declaring normal double quote string, it's going to be a string literal. If you want to convert that to a string type, this type, you have to use a function to string. So we are returning this here, and if it's not the case, we are returning password. We are saying the password is going to be weak. So what we can do is we can test let password. It was such a string. I didn't use the tab properly. Yeah, let's say password 1 2 3 and exclamation, and say, and let result equal to password validator after passing this password, and print the result. Let me see what this is going to do. It has lowercase, uppercase, digit, and a special character, and the length is I think is more than that. Let me check it. Clear cargo run. It was error, could not compile password. What was the error? Is uppercase. Oops. Yeah, that was a spelling mistake from my side. Oh, I didn't see that. Okay, that is correct now. On it, what is saying? The password is weak. Maybe the length, I think. We said 12 here, it should be greater than 12, so I think is 4 8. It should be greater than that. So if I add one more character here, maybe it says strong. See, it was failing the length, that's why it was saying weak on the previous one. So now it works fine. So the next thing we need is, if you want to make this more kind of user-friendly app, then you have to accept the password from the user, and it's always good to accept the password and the length from the user. So you can do it in different ways. Oh, we are not using any co-hash here. I think we did some mistake, and by mistake it came there. It tried to add the reference there. What we can do is accept the user input over command line argument. So how to do that? I think it is here somewhere. Maybe I Okay, let me command line argument. It is somewhere here. I always refer this, but I don't know where exactly. It says command line arguments, advanced features. where command line arguments? Okay, if it's not there, then let me search here. Oh, there's a search option. Where was that? Yeah. Command line arguments. Oh no, it's not getting me to. It is anyway. It is here. You just try to find it out. So we just go back to our program. It's easy to implement anyway, and the AI code may suggest you to do that. So let yeah, it is coming. See, oops, now arguments. Yeah, this is the way you have to collect the command line argument. Basically, is going to be a vector type. Vector is a dynamic array kind of stuff in Rust. So what's the difference between normal array and vector is dynamic. You can push and add more elements to. You can make you can make changes to the vectors. In normal arrays, it is fixed size, so you can't edit this elements. You can update the elements if it's a mutated array, but you can't increase the length of the array dynamically while the program is running. But vectors, you can do that. So here it doesn't, I mean, it's not so complicated. We are just collecting. This is a way how to, this env is another, I can say another module that we have to use. This will help us to read the arguments, command line arguments, and we are using the collect function to collect the arguments to this variable. So now we have the collection of our arguments, and we should have no less than 2. Actually it should be less than, if it's going to be less than 3, because the first argument, that means the 0th argument is always going to be the application name itself. So it should be less than 3. If it's going to be less than 3, then you have to say println usage, yeah, password, and instead of this one, after the password we say length also, because different places will have different password policy that needs to align with the length. So we are accepting the length needs to be tested against what to say, against this application. So oh yeah, the error is this one. The args0 means the application name itself. So that comes here, and it says application name space password then length. Then if that is the case, then either for the time being what we can see is either we can exit it or we can return, or we can continue whatever according to your need. But here I'm trying to do the exit. I think exit can be done. Yeah, it's just a one exit code reason. Failed to resolve the I think we need to use std env. Yeah, there's another thing. If it's not going to import you automatically here, you just mention that here, because this package env is a different package. Even though it's a basic standard package, whatever functions that you are going to use inside that, you should mention your package on the top. It's basically importing on other languages. So we are exiting if it's less than 3, and if it's going to be greater than 3, then we have to take the password here and see the first one is a password. So see here, but when you are accepting this first argument, let me say one thing. It is getting as a reference of string, so let us do that. Let's see what happens. And the second one is length. Yeah, anyway, it suggested that. That's good. Second one is the length of the this. Instead of this one, what happens, we can directly take the string or the reference itself. So this for getting the length, the main thing is here you have to parse it, because we are supplying it as a string from the command line and we are parsing it. Now we are, after parsing, we are doing an unwrap here. This is another thing you have to be careful. The unwrap is going to actually going to expand the value behind this parse. So whatever the value argument 2 has is going to expand, and if there is any error, it is going to get panic. So I will show you without doing any error handling there. So we have now this, and we need one more parameter. Yeah, it's a length, and this length needs to be tested here. So now it is yeah, you have to pass this length is passed here, and I think it is. See, now the next error is this one is expecting a reference to this string. So what, either you can convert this to this one. I think the function as string as str will convert the normal string to the string literal or string reference of this kind. Now it is fine. See, it is. Let me check whether it's going to run. Okay, go to the terminal. Go run. Yeah, now when you're saying just cargo run, it was saying because we didn't supply the arguments through the command line, so it is saying this one, this is a usage name of the app. Basically it's saying the full path, and this is the way you have to run it. So what you can do is you can supply the password here, password, and length is 5. So it's weak because even though its length is 5, we are missing the special characters and numbers. So just make it this like this. See, now it is strong. So now it is the function way, it is more, I mean, better than that hard-coded settings. So what we learned from this one is we learned a new data type called vector, and how we can get command line arguments using env just collect, and how we can do the conversion. And here yeah, on the unwrap I didn't say what happens to unwrap. Okay, and I'm going to say I'm going to pass this also as a string. Oh, okay, you have to pass invalid one. Okay, just mention a space here. See here, now it went panic, saying that because the unwrap is, so if you check the pass command, pass function, the return type of that one is a result type, and this is a very exclusive content for Rust. You should be familiar with the result type. Result type is I think it is here, at least that I can explain from here. Whenever I try to do the demo, I'm not able to find it. Actually, it is here, and I don't know why when searching it's going very weird. Okay, let me result. Yeah, error, recoverable errors using result. Result is an enumerator, I mean enum type. It has an OK and error state, and whenever if you are having a result type, it has two chances, whether it's going to be an OK condition or an error condition. OK means nothing happened, every operation was correct. So when the function is returning, you can get the value underneath, and if it's going to be an error, you will get an error underneath. So you can handle that in your program. We will do in detail on the next upcoming videos how to handle that properly, especially on the file operations. I will show you how to deal with that. So just keep in mind that this is a way of handling errors in Rust. There's a result type and we have to explicitly handle it properly. So there are different ways of handling it. Unwrap always will be panicked without saying much details. It says these kind of information that may not be helpful for us on what happened situation. But here, if you say there's a method called expect actually will help you say, I'm going to say, I can just directly say invalid, instead of invalid length, pass fail for length or something, some meaningful message according to your. It basically helps you to identify what happens. See, we are going to run it again using the same. Now instead of the unwrap unexpected panic message, it says pass fail for this one, pass in error, and it's an invalid digit. That's what happened when we enter an invalid digit like this. But if you do the normal, either this way or completely removing without codes, if you press a number, see it runs and gives a result. So that's it for this one, and feel free to edit this app according to your need. It's basically a CLI app. It could be useful for you when you are adding more things, like maybe you can convert this app in a different way, like just try to take it an assignment, make it in a way that accept the special characters from either from the user or you read from a file, and in any way you can think of whatever it is, because you may need more special characters, and there are situations, I think I can show you here. Okay, there's a situation called this one. I think this will see, if you add an exclamation mark here, this exclamation mark was passed by the bash itself, and you got a different message that was not related to this app itself. So just try to find out the solution for this one, and it's very easy to resolve. If you couldn't resolve it, just comment it and what it was. I mean, if you could resolve it, you just comment it. If you couldn't resolve it, you can ask me. No problem. I can say what should be the way it has to be handled. Then try to supply these special characters as on the input from the command line. So the password, the special characters needs to be checked, and the length needs to be checked. These things, three things can be passed as arguments to this, and you can modify this app. Try to modify and try to upload your code and share your code. Let others learn from that also. Feel free to edit as you like. This app is completely anyway going to be there on my GitHub. I can share the code. So try to modify this, take it as an assignment, and let's continue the next video. So that's it for this video. I think this was shorter enough for someone to follow. Okay, let's see with the other project and the other video.